Vielleicht sollte sie aber doch gehen.
You should come east with us, Benrime. You'll be safe there, and your skills are needed.
They are needed here, too. And I do not want to abandon my inn or my customers. Also, fewer and fewer are willing to deal with non-humans. If I leave, who leaves next? Soon the city will not only belong to the enemy, it will be populated by the Azadi alone. What then of Old Town and its inhabitants? If no one's left to speak up, I fear the Azadi will simply burn it to the ground, together with everyone inside. So no, April. I need to stay here. This is where I'm needed the most.
Heard any news lately, Benrime?
I hear the Azadi emissary is worried about rebel attacks on deliveries from the north. They still haven't finished construction on that dreadful tower of theirs. I understand that their empresses, the Six, are arriving for the inauguration. It would probably be a bad blow to the emissary if the tower isn't finished by then.
Good. We'll do our best to ensure that the tower remains unfinished. I should be on my way.
Very well. Be careful, and may the balance be with you.
Danke. Ich weiß immer noch nicht, was ich machen soll, aber okay. Kann ich eigentlich noch hier runtergehen? Ne, komme ich auch gerade nicht durch. Das ist super. Ich renne hier einfach die ganze Zeit durch die Gegend, ohne irgendwie mit den Hauch eine Ahnung zu haben, was ich eigentlich tun soll.
We have to travel light, and we have to stay packed, just in case.
Das macht es jetzt nicht unbedingt einfacher. Ich gehe hier nochmal runter. Vielleicht habe ich irgendwo eine Abzweigung übersehen. Ich glaube, da bin ich lang, ne? Kann ich auch... Ich kann auch hier lang, oder? Nee, da wollte ich doch jetzt gar nicht. Hallo? Oder wollte ich hier lang? Hier war ich noch nicht, ne? Hier war ich noch nicht. Hier bin ich auch richtig. Hoch, Gott sei Dank. Sieh mal einer, guck. Habe ich ein Glück.
The Delmari have had it especially tough after the Azadi came, seeing how integrated they were in Markurian society.
I'm only in town for a short visit. I will not stay long. I am better off back home.
You don't see a lot of humans in the ghetto these days. I wonder if he's an Azadi spy.
The Dark People are amazing. They're collectors, and they have a great library containing every book ever written.
The captain. He looks a bit too relaxed, seeing as there are still supplies left to be loaded. How are things going?
Most of the supplies are on board. We're missing a few crates of grains and vegetables, a delivery of potions, and some other bits and pieces.
Good. Don't linger too long.
The paperwork's already being processed by the Azadi. Those fools. If only they knew what...
Shh! Not here. I don't think it's a good idea to tempt fate.
I didn't think you believed in that spiritual claptrap, Raven. Fate? Ha! We make our own destiny.
Still, better to be on the safe side. You don't foresee any problems, then?
Everything's in order. This ship's going to the islands. At least according to all the properly stamped and perfectly forged documents.
I'll rest easy only when you've reached safe harbor.
Don't fret. You'll rest easy soon enough.
Mehr oder was? Ich möchte erstmal mit ihm hier, was auch immer das
A
ist.
Samare. I thought they didn't like the ocean. Maybe she's curious. A Samare. It's one of the dark people. A dark person. He's probably a shadow guide. The captain of that shadow ship. I seek passage to your city. I wish to visit the library.
We are here to trade and to collect. We do not take on passengers.
A long time ago, I sailed on one of your ships, and I met one of your people. He called me a wave.
Not many of your kind would lay claim to such a title.
I'm not laying claim to anything. I'm just telling you what he told me.
If you were a wave, we would grant you passage. But all I see is a human.
I'd like to ask for passage again.
We do not take on passengers.
I'm desperate. I need to get to your city, to your library. I'm looking for someone.
There are no humans in the city. Rarely is anyone allowed to visit our forest.
Not a human. Someone else. The white of the Drag kin.
I know of no such creature. You should look elsewhere.
Gott, der ist aber echt hartnäckig. Was
I'd
mache ich
like to
denn
ask for
mit
passage
dem?
again.
We do not take on passengers.
Okay, drum bitten.
I'm sure we can come to some sort of understanding.
We cannot. We do not take on passengers. Ever.
Mein
You
Gott.
did once. A long time ago, I was given passage on one of your ships.
Then you were fortunate. It does not happen very often.
One of the dark people. I'd like to ask for passage again.
We do not take on passengers.
Ich will ihn nicht bedrohen.
How can I prove that I'm what you call a wave?
It is not something you can prove. It is something you are. And you are not a wave.
Then why did one of your people tell me I was?
If you ever were a wave, it is no longer in you. I see only death in your eyes, human.
I'd like to ask for passage again.
We do not take on passengers.
Ich hab bald alles durch.
I'll pay you good money for passage.
We do not crave money, human.
Then what do you want?
We are here to find new additions to our library. Someday it will be complete, and we can sleep. Until then, we travel, and we collect.
I'd like to ask for passage again.
We do not take on passengers.
Der hat doch...
Do the Azadi know you're docked here? I would think they'd frown on your kind.
They do not concern us.
The right word in the right ear, and that could change. They might make it difficult for you to leave.
We do not need anyone's permission to leave. Our ship can conceal itself to your eyes. If we wish to be invisible, we can be. If we wish to be forgotten, we will be. Leave us, human. We are tired of your threats.
Okay, Moment. Er hat doch dieses Buch, von dem es nur noch ein einziges gibt. Weil sich das Buch ständig durch einen Zauber in die Luft jagt und so. Vielleicht kann ich ihm das aus dem Kreuz leiern und damit eventuell...
Curiously shaped cookies. April Ryan, what can I do for you?
Dein Buch.
Would you be interested in parting with that book of yours?
Oh, I don't know. It's the last remaining copy, you know. All the other copies spontaneously combusted.
I'm aware of that, but I need something to get me passage on that shadow ship down in Shady Quay.
You believe my book would help with that?
Maybe. The dark people collect books, and yours is quite unique. Isn't that so?
It is. It is.
Wouldn't you consider it an honor to have your first published novel become a part of the greatest library in Arcadia?
I would. I would indeed. Wait, I have it right here. I carry it with me always. There you go. Treat it with care. Don't let it get wet. Don't feed it red meat. And for the love of the balance, do not hold it upside down when there's a full moon. Oh, never again shall I glance upon the top 10 reasons why you should not build a flying castle on page 42 and smile knowingly.
But think about it. Thousands of people will get to enjoy your unique outlook on life. Your book will be part of something much, much greater.
You're right. Of course, you're right. Go on, take it away, or I shall become emotional, and when a wizard weeps, the whole world weeps with him. Ah, the humanity, the humanity.
Ja, ich gehe schon. Ich gehe schon, bevor du es dir anders überlegst. Ich glaube, so werde ich mit meinem ersten Buch auch umgehen, wenn das gedruckt ist. Und sollte es jemals gedruckt werden, ich werde es ständig an mich drücken und bei mir tragen und es lieben und ehren und heiraten und irgendwie sowas in der Richtung. Bin ich mir ziemlich sicher. Okay, mal gucke ich doch mal, wenn ich dich damit jetzt nicht überzeugt kriege. Nein.
You collect books, isn't that right?
We collect all that is written and recorded. Books, scrolls, stones, crystals, history, poetry, journals, stories. From the first word to someday, the last. Until our collection is complete, we will continue to travel, to trade, and to collect.
I guess the last existing copy of a rare book would be pretty important to you.
It would be, unless we already possess it.
You don't. Not this one. Farewell to My Wizardin Days by Rupert F. Clacks.
I will speak with my brothers at the library. This is a book we do not have. We need it for our library. Will you part with it?
For a price, I need to get to your city.
Show me the book, so that I can see for myself.
Oh Gott, warum machen wir das auch immer so kompliziert? Ich wollte ihm das schon geben.
Very well, human. This book is of value to us. We will grant you passage on our shadow ship.
Thank you. When do we leave?
Very soon. We await only the last deliveries from our suppliers. Step aboard.
Oh Gott, ich weiß nicht, ob das eine gute Idee ist. Ah, was tun wir da? Oh.
You sure you don't want anything to eat? I can order in.
I'm not very hungry. Thanks, though.
All right. Some coffee? Tea?
No, thanks.
I have, whiskey.
I'm fine, Damien. Really.
All right.
So, what do you think?
I think you shouldn't believe a word of what that man told you. He was trying to get inside your head. There's no proof that anything's happened to Reza.
I hope you're right. If I've come this far and it turns out Reza's...
Stop it. There's nothing to be gained from imagining the worst. He must be very important to you. Reza, I mean.
He is. Reza was my best friend for so long, and I was totally in love with him. When that feeling went away, I don't love him any less, but it's different now. I don't know what's going on with me. I've lost faith. Not just in him, in everything. School, my friends, my hobbies, my future, Reza. Nothing seems to matter that much anymore. And that's why, when Reza went missing, I knew I had to go after him. Not just because he's my friend, and not just because I love him, but because if I didn't, then who would I be? What would I be? I may not like the Zoë I'm turning into, but I would have hated the Zoë who just abandoned her best friend like that. So, yes, he's very important to me. Of course. And right now, more than anything in the world, I want him to be okay.
So, that man.
The one in the garden. He acted like he's behind the whole thing. Like he controls Corp.
I've heard rumours, but I've never actually believed. I think his name is Alvin Peets.
Peets? The guy who founded Watty?
He'd be several hundred years old, but in a way, it still makes sense. It's a sort of urban water cooler legend. Whatever happened to Alvin Peets? No one knows. But there are lots of theories. Some say they've heard he's been kept alive by machines, and that he still controls Corp. It's the kind of thing you have a good laugh at.
He wasn't just hooked up to a machine, Damien. He looked like he was a machine. At least partly so. And he was just... evil. Sad, pathetic and hateful. He claimed that we were stealing his senses. I think he was actually afraid of me.
From what you told me earlier, it sounds like he's completely dependent on the wire. The static must be scaring the hell out of him. If he needs the wire to see and hear, he's completely lost without it.
I just don't feel safe anymore. He knew who I was. He's been inside Reza's dreams. He has spies everywhere. Cameras, bots.
Don't worry, Zoe. He won't find you here, I promise. I'll check around tomorrow, see if I can dig up any information on Peets. You must be tired. I'm keeping you up.
I'm sorry. I'm just... Yeah, I am quite tired. I guess I should find a hotel and figure out what to do next. Thanks for the clothes, Damien.
Hey, no, there's no need to find a hotel. You can stay here. I mean, if you're comfortable with that, I can sleep on the floor.
Oh, you really don't have to.
I know, but you've been through a lot, and you're helping me out, so the least I can do is let you sleep in my bed. That didn't come out right. You know what I mean.
Thanks, Damien. If you're okay with me staying here, I will.
Okay, so, let me get the bed ready for you.
That's okay. I can...
Yeah. Well, I guess you can give me a hand.
Okay. Yes. Great.
By the way, if I'm gone when you wake up tomorrow, don't be alarmed. I have to be at the office quite early.
Oh, that's okay. I'll be fine. I'll just stay here.
Good. Let me find you a sheet and a cover.
Oh Gott, ihr landet doch zusammen im Bett. Ganz ehrlich, ich finde ihn auch süß. Irgendwie ist er knuffelig.
This is it, Apostle. The Empire's greatest achievement east of Sadir. A monument to our might and to our faith.
Even in Sadir, there is nothing that can compare to this. Why was it built so tall?
You're asking the wrong man. I don't question the infinite wisdom of the Six. I have absolute faith in their decisions.
Of course, as do we all.
Go right inside, Apostle. The emissary is expecting you.
Und wenn ich mich nicht vollkommen irre, ist das ein Gefängnisturm. Ich weiß nicht, irgendwie gefällt mir das nicht so richtig. Ich meine nur Gefängnisturm und so. Wenn man bedenkt, dass er da irgendwann mal drin sitzt, sollte einem das eher Gedanken machen. Aber das ist ja ein Insider. Das darf ich ja eigentlich gar nicht wissen. Entschuldigung.
Apostle Alvane, welcome to Mercuria. Please, join me. We are honored to have you visit us. I trust your journey was comfortable.
It was, Mistress. This is an impressive edifice.
The construction is almost complete. We will soon celebrate the inauguration of a permanent Azadi seat in the Northlands. The Six will travel all the way from Sadir to be here for that momentous occasion. But I bore you. You already know this. So,